Marc Morano, welcome.
Thank you, Peter. Happy to be here, I think.
Oh,
Good to talk to you. I haven't seen you in probably since the last well, not the last one, but several Heartland conferences ago.
exactly. And you were a really great guide to me at that and very gracious. And I want to thank you for that because that was very helpful to me. And so I thought I would call and just kind of catch up.
Sure.
Obviously, there's a lot going on. We're at a very interesting moment right now. So I want to jump right in. What, from your perspective, what is the current state of what should I call your milieu, your business, the climate? Uh, how do you describe it?
Well, I mean, obviously, if you say climate deniers or something like that, that's going to be a negative
I
term.
was going to
We can
avoid
call
that.
it climate. I like the AP. The Associated Press, Seth Bornstein is my guide. The climate, I think it was climate contrarian. They
Oh,
don't use
okay.
skeptic anymore, but I use skeptic, so I differ with the AP on that. But skeptic, contrarian, dissenters, whatever phrase there is fine.
Okay. Shout out to the AP. All right. So, what is the current state of the climate contrarian business?
Well, I think what you have to look at is I think it's doing incredibly well scientifically. Politically is a different story. We can talk about that in a minute because politically skeptics basically won. We defeated cap and trade. We defeated. We didn't ratify UN treaties. We'd stopped carbon taxes. By 2011, most skeptics were patting themselves on the back that, in terms of political skeptics, legislatively speaking, that the battle had been largely not, maybe not won, but certainly won to that point, if you want to put it in the terms of win-loss, sure prevented the so-called solutions. But President Obama, we didn't account for a president as transformative. I'd say he exceeds LBJ, and he's back to the days of FDR in terms of his transforming Washington by going around the Congress and going through executive order, through EPA regulations, and now a new UN agreement that won't have to have a Senate ratification. He is essentially he has snatched victory from the jaws of defeat, if you will, given the before that everything had to go through the Congress, either ratification and or passage of legislation. So politically, I think we're in bad shape if the next president is a Democrat. We're in very bad shape. Now, if the next president's a Republican, a lot of this can be undone from our point of view. You can pull back the EPA regulations, pull back the any UN agreement that's coming up here in Paris. So I think it all comes down to the 2016 election. All comes down to the next president. And I think in terms of politically now. I know I'm filibustering here. I did work in the Senate. You probably meant how are we doing scientifically, and I think we're doing skeptics, meaning are actually winning this debate scientifically. Now, I know if Michael Mann and others are watching, they're probably spitting out their lunch right now. But the bottom line here is we have scientists, and they're going to be profiled in my upcoming film, who used to be very concerned, if you will, about man-made global warming, and are now either skeptic or growing skeptical. And Pat Michaels, by the way, just has a new book out about lukewarming, is what he's calling it. And he's basically saying that the debate is over from the United Nations, from the catastrophic global warming point of view, and they're showing that all the models are running hot. So just from a brief overview like that, I think it's trending very well to what skeptics are saying.